Welcome to Bullshit TV. I'm your host. On today's docket, once again, we're talking about Derek Chauvin, the former police officer that was poked a couple times in a federal penitentiary over there in Las Vegas somewhere. Well, we're just going to say in the state of Nevada. I don't know if he's been moved, transported, or he on his way out of prison, because now I'm seeing that there is an update that there was a Mexican mafia, aka he was an FBI informant, from what I have gathered, and he's the one that gave Chauvin the 22 pokes. They said he was in a library. All of this shit is alleged until, you know what? It's not even alleged. MNSBC. Yeah, I know I might be saying the acronym wrong, but they went out. They got the information. He was in the library. He was poked 22 times. Should have been 23, but I'm just saying for the year 2023. I don't know if he ran out of room, what, I don't know. But so now they're trying to say that this is a conspiracy and it could be a possibility that Chauvin or the FBI allegedly is possibly helping him to get out of prison because of this whole dynamics. Some people up, why would a Mexican cartel slash FBI agent informant, he's a informant, I guess, or an agent, I'm not very sure about that, but this is my take on it. People saying, why would a Mexican or any type of Hispanic want to help the black race in this particular thing? I've never been to prison, but I've been in some sticky situations. And they trying to, I'm not a professional. They the professional, because they've been there. They did their time, 10, 15 years or whatever. And they've seen, the races and ethnicities are separated there, which I can believe, from gang members, Bloods, Crips, so on and so forth. Because I don't know all the gang names to these individual people, but it's just basically touching bases on that the jailhouse is very, very segregated. From the Mexicans stay with the Mexicans, the blacks stay with the blacks, the KKK members stay with them, all of this, right? And now it's like, why would someone wants to stand up for a black man that was wrongfully taken out of this world? I got a couple reasons for you. Actually, I got a couple millions of reasons why. I can name off a conviction. I don't care how you feel about it. The evidence proved itself, and everybody's seen this across the world. So that's one. And the rest of the millions reasons why someone would want to stand for this man, George Floyd, that's who we're talking about in particularly, is because for the first time in my era of me being alive and seeing all these protests, this is the first time that black people had the world protesting with them. So that's the reason. You said the math ain't mathing, but the math is mathing to me. Okay. It's been a lot of stuff that's been going on in the past 3 or 4 years in this world as a whole entity, because we all are God's people, whoever you want to believe in. We're someone, we got here. It wasn't because of you, it wasn't because of me, it was something higher than ourselves. So I'm just saying, why wouldn't someone stand up for George Floyd? Why would someone wouldn't want to get back at him? Even though the accuser of this crime he was sentenced to 30 years, he was 27 in. So why would you want to do something to even um put that in jeopardy of your freedom? But the fight that some people need, that they couldn't fight for themselves. And maybe this is just a message, because since it's such a problem with gang members and all of this, maybe we're seeing something with gang members that's always getting pointed at for what they do, but the higher ups, like at the political party and all of these things. So I'm gonna just leave it to karma. And I done had a few run-ins with karma, and she ain't about them games. So for you to sit here, some of you people to say, why would somebody want to stand up? Why wouldn't they? They already did. The first 12 reasons was the jury that convicted him. The 13th person was the prosecutor to even process this crime. And then the rest of the millions is the people that protested it. And then and some of those millions are people that actually took the time out, see what they saw, and believe what they saw, because it is what it is. You cannot tell me don't believe what you see, because that's what we saw. And you try to blame it on his addiction. Then he was a thief. He had forgery money. None of these crimes are doomed by demise to be sentenced on. You might go to jail. You may go to prison for these things. Even probation. Long life probation after this. House arrest. Yes. Drug rehab. But to have to be put in a box in the ground, it don't matter if he ends up in heaven or hell. He might just end up in heaven because he was a sick man. Well, let's just say what it is. He was very sick, and he was suffering, and he suffered for 10 minutes. Let me just make that just short of 10 minutes. Just short of this video being as long. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this video out. So it should be some type of justice for the injustice of the people that's against my people. And I don't like that shit. Never will, never have. So maybe it was a favor. We don't know until he speaks out. So we're going to see. They may extend his stay, or he may go missing. Not saying he's going to be put in a pine box. I mean, you might get a pine box now because you committed this heinous crime in prison. So people said the math ain't math, and it's adding up just right for me. So like I said, go ahead and put your comments down below. If you got something to say, we're going to go ahead and talk like we got some sense to each other. But if we don't, we can go there too. I'm not making a lot of money off of this. So all of this is my opinion. And I'm pretty sure you got some of your own, which you rightfully so. But you're going to come talk to me like a real individual. You're not going to say what you're going to say. I mean, you could. No, just go ahead. Try me.